Greg, was it a period of time where you saw this team take off, and what do you think instigated the improvement in this team?
Well, I mean, if you want to go back to the beginning of the year, we were trying to figure out our rotation, and we lost 5 seniors, I think 3.5 starters, if you will, 2 guys that are playing in the NBA. We don't recruit 5-star guys, so at least we haven't gotten any. I'm not sure we've recruited any, but it's hard. It's hard plugging in guys. So we postponed the international trip for a summer. So we went this past summer, and we gave up 80 points a game on the tour. We lost a game. I'd love to play that team again now, but we've improved exponentially since then. If you saw us, I know, you run hot and cold on us depending on our performance. If you saw us then, you would have really been down on us, okay? We weren't very good, and I knew that. Coaches knew that. I'm not sure the players knew it. But then we go into the season, and we're a little better because we really worked hard in the fall after the tour. And at that point, Deshaun was the point guard, Connor was the 2, and we didn't execute very well. We couldn't score against Louisville. They played zone. They played 40 minutes of zone against us. I don't know why, but he's a very good coach, and obviously it was a good game plan because we weren't very good against it. We had a shot in the air down 4 in the last couple of minutes, and it went in and out, and we ended up losing by 10. Then we had a shot in the air to beat Michigan State. We didn't beat them. And then we lost to Oklahoma State. It was a poor performance, our only loss at home. So we beat Oklahoma, we beat LSU, we went at Colorado State, we beat Tulsa, we beat St. Louis, South Dakota State. Pretty good teams. We thought it was a heck of a schedule, but turned out it wasn't a great schedule according to the RPI. But the turning point, I think, you would have to, if you had to pick one thing, would have been giving Landry Shamet the ball and him running the point. He's been really good. Connor's really come on, as you've written about. I think it's pretty clear that he's playing with a different level of confidence and moxie and shooting the ball brilliantly. Shaq Morris has been up and down throughout his career, and he's been playing some of his best basketball. So there's a couple other things to go along with Landry assuming the point. And I think Rashard Kelly, he's a guy that is a different player. He's a different player than he was early in the year. He's really playing with he seems bigger. I know he's not bigger, but he seems bigger, more explosive, more athletic, and he's really playing well. So there's 3 or 4 things.
Greg, what will this week be for Dan Muller in terms of angst and hoping to get in? The Valley has this pregnant pause before Selection Sunday.
Yeah, well, I mentioned on television on CBS, and I mentioned to 2 of his seniors. I saw Tony Wills and Paris Lee, and I told him, I really hope you guys get in. I think you can win a couple of games in the tournament. I think you're a very good team, and you've had a great career. I did not see Deontay Hawkins in the handshake line, or I would have told him the same thing. I told Dan Muller, you had a really good year. I'll be pulling for you. I've been doing that now. This will be our 6th tournament in a row, and 4 of those we got at-larges. And we would have, and of the 4 at-large, I think 2 of them we knew that we were in. We were just disappointed in our seeding. It seems, and who knows what will happen this year. We may be a 10 still. Who knows, okay? But I think we can go deep in the tournament, and I think Illinois State's capable of winning a game or 2. I really do. They didn't show it today, but I think they're a quality team.
Also, he said in here that this team your team right now might be better than the undefeated team, at least in some ways. Does he have a point?
Again, we've had an undefeated team, and we had a team that went to the Final Four, and this team's comparable. It really is. We've got so many weapons offensively. We play hard, try to play smart. My coaching staff does a wonderful job. I mean, I've got some really, really bright minds breaking down the film and developing game plans. And, you know, we're very deep. We're very deep, pretty big, athletic, skilled, and talented. It's a good formula, and they're fun to coach. They really are a lot of fun to coach. I enjoy coaching them. They're great kids. They're great young people. They represent us very, very well.
Got 2 on the aisle coming up, and then back to Paul. Go.
Steve Sefferden from Illinois News Radio. Congratulations, Coach. Illinois is the third best producing NBA talent pool after New York and LA. Just talk a little bit about what it takes to get kids from the IHSA and from the high schools in Illinois away from the home schools like an ISU in Illinois and Northwestern, and just the difficulties, struggles, or even the successes like a Fred VanVleet that you've had.
Yeah, I think Fred was, I'm trying to think of the guys from Illinois that we've had, and I know Fred was obviously very talented, and somehow we snuck him out of there. But I don't know if we've had another Illinois player. Who's that? Peyton Adams right now. Peyton Adams? Oh, Peyton Allen. Yeah. He dropped out of school in the fall. Yeah, we've got them from all over. We've got them from New Jersey, and we've got them from Kansas City, and we've got them from Oklahoma City, and we've got them from Madison, Wisconsin, Jacksonville, Florida. We don't let geography dictate our recruiting. I mean, we have a budget that if we need to get on a plane, I mean, we're recruiting guys out on the West Coast now, which we haven't done. We're recruiting guys on the East Coast. We're recruiting guys in foreign countries. We just signed a young man from Denmark, and we've got another Wichitan that will be coming in next year. So the thing that we do is we have to go look at them and appeal to them so that they'll get on a flight to come see us. And they fly over a lot of good universities and colleges and programs to get to us. Think about that. Marcus is from New Jersey, Daryl's from Madison, Wisconsin, Deshaun's from Jacksonville, Florida. But once they get to Wichita, and once they get to our campus, the response is, wow, I knew it was nice, but I didn't know it was this nice. And then we've already vetted the young people that we recruit. We want character kids. We want guys that want to go to class, want to represent us in a first-class way, want to work hard, want to be part of something special, want to give of themselves for the whole. And Pop said it best, Popovich from San Antonio Spurs. He said, we want guys in our program that are already over themselves. And you see how we share the ball. I mean, we're balanced scoring. No one's scoring 20 points a game, but 6 years in a row, we've gone to the NCAA tournament, and when we get there, we do damage.
We have 3 minutes to go. 2 questions are up. Maurice?
All right, Coach, 2 real quick questions. One, I've noticed how hard, you mentioned how hard your staff work, and I noticed today that your team had a lot of toughness in them. They was after every 50-50 ball. Do you credit your staff with that? And also, real quickly, you had McDuffie last year, Landry this year, 2 young guys, and you got a young roster as well. Is that sort of the template that keep you going and staying at Wichita State with the type of recruiting you can do and the type of staff that you got to keep your kids and yourself there at Wichita State?
Without a doubt. We work very hard every day. None of our staff, other than IB, Isaac Brown played at Mississippi State, Texas A&M before transferring out. He's from Mississippi. So he had a little taste of Power 5 basketball. The rest of us played at schools you've probably never heard of. And so we're not silver spoon guys. We're grinders, and we just get in there and we work hard. And I think it's exemplified by how hard our guys played. I mean, the players and teams take on the personality of their coaches, and all of our coaches, including me, the only way I got on the floor was if I outcompeted the opposition. So I wasn't the biggest, strongest, fastest, quickest. I mean, I didn't jump very high, barely dunked the basketball at 6'2½", but if you weren't going to beat me, it was going to take all day. So we took on every challenge, and that's what our team does. And you're right, we've got some really good young players, and I think Austin Reeves and C.J. Kaiser, both of our freshmen this year, are going to be fine players in our program. They just don't get a whole lot of opportunity because they've got some veterans in front of them right now. But they're going to get better. But they'll be better next year than they are this year. And they'll get stronger. Skill development will take place. And then we've got a couple of good ones coming. We don't lose anybody.
Final question right here.
Coach Jesus Ortiz, sports columnist here at the Post-Dispatch. Around halftime, word leaked out of Mizzou that Kim Anderson's going to be let go. And soon after that, everybody on the internet was talking about Gregg Marshall, go get Gregg Marshall. Does that get old for you? Are you flattered? Or what are your thoughts of the people crying out for Gregg Marshall at Mizzou?
Well, I'm flattered. It's very humbling to hear that, but and I don't know. I really don't have a crystal ball. I don't know how all that's going to play out. I could easily retire at Wichita State if they will have me. My contract says that I'll be there at least another 7 years. But we don't stick our head in the sand either. I mean, that's just the way we've always done it. And the nice thing about having success and doing it the right way with quality young people is when you have opportunities, if you want to listen, and we do, then we see how that goes. But right now we're in a great place. We're in a great place. It's a win-win. But my family's very happy in Wichita. At some point I want to retire and have a beach house, and we'll invite you down, kick it a little bit. But until then, I'm going to coach wherever they'll have me and try to do it the right way and win and do it with quality young people.
Thank you, Greg. Best of luck in the tournament.